Hello farms, welcome to this tutorial. Today we are going to be talking just a quick one on how to draft and attach a bishop collar. So let's get started. So this is the shirt dress I'm making, and this is my collar gum. Can you see? This is the collar gum we are going to be working with. I don't know if you can see the texture. We're going to make use of our ruler and our armhole curve. So let's get started. The first thing you would do is, at this stage you should have joined the shoulder of your shirt. That's, you should have joined the front to the back in the shoulder. I've done that. Okay, even if you've not, all you have to do is to minus the sewing allowance before taking this measurement. So what I'm going to take now is the round neck measurements. Watch what I'm doing closely. Can you see what I'm doing? So I'll measure it to, can you see this notch? I notched where it is supposed to stop. This gown actually have a front zip. Instead of having a button, I'm using a front zip. So let me measure again. The best thing is to measure at least 3 times and cut once. Measure at least 3 times and cut once. When you measure 3 times, the 2 figures you get to be rhyming is what you work with. I got 18 the second time. The first time 18, second time 18. So the advice is measure 3 times. So this is it. Next is, I will say 18 divided by 2. I got 18 divided by 2. Can you see? It's giving us 9. 18 divided by 2 is giving us 9. So let's get started with the drafting straight away. Here we are going to fold our collar stay into 2, making sure you have at least the 9 inches, which is half of the round neckline. Can you see? So that's what we are going to do. I have 9 inches over there. Let me secure it with my push pins. Let me secure with my push pin so that it won't be moving around while drafting. It will be shifting while drafting. If you don't have a push pin, it's not a must. Just use any heavy objects, maybe your other scissors you're not working with or your cell phone, and place on top of it. Just anything that will keep it in place. Then when you're done, you place the half of your round neckline, which is 9 inches, and make a mark at 9 inches. Sorry, this first line I wrote down here is just a guide. It's just serving as a guide to make sure it's straight. So the next thing you're going to do is get the midpoint of the 9 inches. Half of 9 inches is 4.5. So make a point at 4.5 over there. That is 4.5. Now you determine how high you would want your bishop collar to be. I'm considering working with 1 inch. So that is 1 inch over there. Excuse me. Then you connect the 2 points. You connect it as shown. That is 1 inch connected as shown. Okay. But I'm feeling this 1 inch will be won't be high enough. I think I have to make it a bit higher. Let me work with 1.25. Yes, instead of half 1 inch high, let me make use of 1.25. So I'm going to place 1.25. We are not working with that 1 inch again. I don't like the heights. You can actually work with any height you want here, but don't make it too high so that it will not be discomforting when you put on your outfits. Don't make it too high. You can work with 1 inch, 1/4, 1.5. Highest that I would advise is 2 inches, depending on what you're making. So at this point, I'm still going to make sure I get that 9 inches, which is half, and connect at that point where you can see I'm supposed to go up here, but it seems my collar stay that side is not straight. Please, I would have to adjust it. You can see at that end it's not straight, so it won't give me what I want. That's not the problem. Just adjust and extend your line. I'll adjust it, use my push pin to keep it in place like I'm doing now. Yeah, then I'll extend that line. As shown. Yes, so we'll have to remeasure for our 9 inch. Now we'll have to remeasure. For this upper part, I'm placing 9 inches. Can you see that? You make a mark at 9 inches. Then at this down part, I will equally place 9 inches. Just watch what I'm doing. Make a mark at 9 inches. That is it. Then 4.5, that is half of 9 inches. I will equally do that here, 4.5. So this is it. I'll connect this point together and make an extension. Just watch how I will extend it. I'll connect and make an extension. Okay, we know a human neck is not straight, it's round. So watch what I'll do now. You can use half 1 inches. You can go up. So at this point here, I'm going up by 1 inches. Do you see? Then from the 1 inches, I will measure that 1/4 I am working with. From that base, I went up by 1 inches. From the 1 inches, I'm going to connect this way back to the midpoint of the 9 at that point of 4.5. You can use your free hand or you use your armhole curve, whichever one. It's either you're using your armhole curve as I'm doing now. Place it properly, make sure the 2 points are meeting together, and you connect as shown. Can you see that? So at that point, at that 4.5 point, you go up again by the measurement we are working with, which is 1/4. You go up following the curved line, 1/4. Then you form your new curve using your armhole curve as shown. Can you see that? So this is the new collar we are working with. No longer the straight line we had earlier. So at this point now, you come in by 1 inch. And you slightly make a curve as shown. Here, there is no particular shape. It depends on the shape you want your collar to have. So you will freestyle here. You can make it straight. You can just be creative at this point. If you don't want to use your free hand, you can equally use your curved rule like I'm doing, and you keep arranging it till you get a shape that is interesting to you or nice. Okay, there's no particular shape this should have at this point. Just blend it properly and make sure the curve came out nice. Once it's nice, you're good to go. Okay, so this is what we have now. This is our bishop collar. The first part of it, which is the drafting part. So we are going to cut out the part that is needed now. Just watch the parts I'm cutting. Please, if you're still with me to this point, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Leave your comments. Let me know you appreciate the video. And don't forget to please subscribe to the channel and turn on your notification button Subscription is 100% free. It won't cost you anything to hit the subscribe button. Turn on your notification button to know when I drop another tutorial. Yes, sometimes I drop 2-3 tutorials in a week. So please turn on your notification button. Watch the part I'm cutting. That's the part that is serving as our bishop collar. Yeah, and do well please to share the video on all the social media handles. Share with your friends, share with your co-designers. Try out what we are doing here now. Do you see what I did? See how I cut this? Let me remove this part. Let me remove it so that we'll have space. Watch what I'm going to do. We arrange it well and I curve it out properly. I'm following that curve I ruled earlier. And this is what we'll have. Looking all pretty. This is what we'll have now. Okay. This is our bishop collar. The drafting stage. This part here is the part that will be sitting on your neck. That's the part that will be sitting on your neck in case if you're having difficulty knowing which is which, though it's not supposed to be. That is the part that should sit on your neck. Can you see how curved it is looking? Yes, it shouldn't look straight because a human neck is never ever straight. Okay, so the next we are going to do now is to iron it to our material. This is the material we are working with. Yeah, this is the material we are working with. So you place a material with the wrong side facing up, then you place your collar, the bishop collar we already drafted. Then use your steam iron and get it glued to the fabric. For your bishop collar, sorry, for the collar stay, you know, if you take a close look at it, the shiny part is the part that can gum to your fabric. So that's the part on the fabric. The one that is not shiny is the one facing up where the iron is being placed on. Okay, so this is it. Let me still press more and more so that it will stay properly. Yeah, so that it will stay to the material. Yeah, I'm done with that. I'll trim off the excess fabrics. Just watch how I'm doing that. I'm leaving at least half an inch right round, every part. So this is what we'll have. This is what we'll have now. So I'm equally going to reduce this part. I'll be left with half an inch too. You cut it out. If you know you cannot gauge half an inch with your eye, use your tape rule and place the measurements to get half an inch all the way right round. Please do well to give the video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching to this point. Don't skip any parts. Keep watching till the end. So when I'm done cutting it out, I'm going to iron it out. I'm bending this part I told you will be sitting on the neck. The part I told you will be sitting on the neck. I'm ironing the half an inch this way. You see the way I folded and ironed it? Yeah. Then the second part that will be serving as the lining, your collar, the second part of the material that should serve as the lining, I'm going to cut it out now. Just watch what I'm doing. So I'm going to cut it out this way. I'm cutting out this way as shown. Every part. And we'll make all the parts, all the corners to be equal. Okay. So that second material will be serving as the lining. So this is it. Now that I've gotten the lining set aside, I'll iron this part back. Then I'm going to secure it with my hemming gum. Watch what I will do. The hemming gum is 1 inch. I divide it into 2. I'll have half an inch. I'll place it inside the half an inch I left, the half an inch allowance I have there at the part that will be sitting on the neck region, and I will iron it this way. This is me preparing my bishop collar to make sure it will look very neat at the end of the sewing. So it's the same process. You just have to do it this way. Do it this way and you will like the outcome of what you're making. Yeah, so iron every part properly. Make sure it's properly ironed. Okay, so this is what we'll have now. So I'm going to take it on my sewing machine, align the two of them, start from here, sew all the way right round. I'll stop at half an inch before I finish it. Can you see? I've gone ahead to sew it. I've sewn it all the way. See where I stopped? Can you see that? So this is what we'll have now. This is what we'll have now. So this is it. I'm going to trim out all the excesses. Now that I'm done sewing, you trim out the excesses you have here at this part. The part you sewn, trim it out as shown, so that when you flip through, it will relax. Then you will turn it inside out this way. Can you see what I'm doing? Turn it inside out this way and give it a very good press. Please, at this point, take your time, arrange everything properly. Can you see what I'm doing? And give it a very neat and smooth press. You have to be patient, don't rush it, and make sure it's laying well, because however it looks at this stage is how it's going to look after fixing it. So if you didn't arrange it properly and ironed it out well, then attach it to your dress, it's not going to come out fine. So use your pressing iron at this point to do justice to it. Press out every part, arrange every part, and give it a very good press. So watch me while I do that. So at this point, I think we're good to go. This is okay. It's sitting up pretty now. So the next thing you're going to do is get your dress where you will be attaching it. Fold it into two. This is the neck region, and make a notch at the midpoint. This midpoint is at the back. Let me trim out this roughness. Okay, so can you see that? That's the midpoint, which is at the backbone. See, you equally get the midpoint of your collar, make a notch. Now you're going to align the midpoint of your collar to the midpoint of your dress. You sew all the way down to this way. You equally sew all the way down to the other way, and at the point where you made a notch. So this is the end result after attaching it, as I said earlier. Can you see? Watch the picture on my right and left. You notice the difference in the collar height. Can you see how mine is sitting? I actually wanted it to be just that high. Can you see that? That's why instead of using 1 inch, I used 1 1/4. Okay, the one on my right is 1 inch. The one on my right is 1 inch high. So you can notice there is a difference in the height. Just the difference is in the height and in the curving at the end. So guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for watching to this point. It means a lot to me. Please do well to subscribe, turn on the notification button, and give the video a thumbs up. God bless you. Ciao ciao.